And as we were going, the car that was in front of us, a Mercedes flatboot, suddenly marched on its brake. And then I had two choices. Veer a little to the left to the oncoming vehicle and then have a head-on collision, or veer to the right to where the young lady was standing and crush her, or hit the vehicle at the back. Good day, ladies and gentlemen. It's good to be back once again. And having come back to Nigeria and living a consecrated life, things began to unfold rapidly and dramatically. Like I said in the last episode, I shared with us about the tyre that exploded. Now, my wife and I got home to our village Oba that day, and the next day I took another vehicle, a Honda Accord that I bought for my kid brother, and we were going to Warri to visit my eldest sister, who was living in Warri then with the family. On the way, about 40 minutes from Onitsha, a very big bird, my wife was sleeping, came, and what I had on the windshield, wow, big bird like that. And my wife woke up with a start, and she was jittery, and she could recall what happened the day before and the fire that exploded. But the funny thing is that with the size and weight of that bird that hit on the windshield, that windshield did not break. So we continued on that journey like nothing happened. Then we got to a place, I think it's called Rozo or something, a name like that, but it's about 45 minutes from Warri. And there was a car in front of us, and then beside, it's a 2-lane road. There was a car coming, and then there was a lady standing on the right side, a young lady. And as we were going, the car that was in front of us, a Mercedes flatboot, suddenly marched on its brake. And then I had two choices. Veer a little to the left to the oncoming vehicle and then have a head-on collision, or veer to the right to where the young lady was standing and crush her, or hit the vehicle at the back. So I chose to hit the vehicle after having matched my brakes and then the impact. And I was driving a Honda Accord. If you see the impact that it gave to that flatboot Mercedes, which is supposed to be very strong, the boot of the flatboot Mercedes merged almost to the back seat. And there were 5 people in that Mercedes. The thing that stopped further movement was a tire that was in that boot of that Mercedes. And then if you see the Honda that hit the Mercedes, it just a little bump on the bonnet and a crack on one of the headlights. That was it. You would never believe that it's that Honda that did that damage to that. And I remember they were all men. They came out and they were blabbing and all. My wife almost engaged them in I said I calmed every situation. Eventually, we all went to Warri, got to their mechanic who costed it, and we paid for it. And then by then my sister had come to meet us there. Then we went to their estate. And then the following day, as we travel back to Oba in Anambra State, we had another tire explosion in that vehicle on the way back. And so then when the tire exploded again, we pulled up by the roadside. And as we were coming out to see exactly what happened, another car pulled behind us. A middle-aged man, and being a young man at the time, this middle-aged man came out, I noticed that the jack in the vehicle that I had kind of torn, so he couldn't change the tire. This man pulled up, brought his own jack, changed the tires for us. Before we could say jack, the man was off. And then we got inside our vehicle and continued back on that journey. And then suddenly my wife became ill. She developed high fever that to where she was. Her body was literally shaking. And I knew that that was not ordinary. So instead of heading home straight, when we got to Oba, my village, we drove to a cousin's place who was a pastor. And that cousin prayed with my wife, then we went home. And that thing continued till late, the wee hours of the next morning before she was able to get herself and recovered fully. These were really trying experiences for somebody that had been away for so long and just getting back home. And I remember in the midst of this, the Lord showed me people that were in prison. They had these fat, ugly black women with whips beating them. The prisoners looked so emaciated. And I remember I came out, and as I looked back, and I cried out to God for God to please help them. And God said that the same way He delivered me, I should go and deliver those people. And it is on that journey that I am on. But at the time God said that, I'm like, me that is passing through all these bad experiences, delivering people, that is God for you. But thank God for His grace and He who is. Today, God is still using me to deliver people. Not just physical prison, but also spiritual prison. So many of us are in spiritual prison, like dead bodies walking around. And God is calling us forth to come back to life. I pray that as we yield to Him, the Lord will also use us as vessels of honor. Thank you, and God bless you.
People, I just mentioned African science to you. Imagine yourself after 17 years in America. You are driving from Lagos toward Onitsha. An explosive tire burst, damaging the screen, the back screen of your car. And things falling out of the car. The following day, another accident. The day after, another tire burst. And fever. Can you see our technology at work? Others use their own technology to fly to the moon or explore the universe. Our own is to kill, to destroy. If you are not inside Christ, they will eat you like sireh. They will fry you and eat you anytime. The fact that we are alive today is that general mercy of God. God has no personal covenant with you to protect you because you have kept Jesus at an arm's length. If you want the protective cover of God over your life, call on Jesus today. It will not take these people 5 minutes to waste your life. How many times have they tried to kill Henry in 24 hours? God protected him. God overshadowed him. God made a way to render every attempt futile. It's because there's a covenant relationship. But as many as received him, to them gave he the power to become the sons of God. Are you a son of God? Are you a daughter of God? Talk to Jesus today. Your own story will be different too. Please subscribe to this channel. Subscribe. Press that subscribe button so that whatever we send out, you're the first person to get it. Do not forget to forward this video to all the people on your contact list. That is evangelism. God will bless you.